And we're back at the Knights Academy. And how long does it take for somebody to get dressed in Knight's gear? Well, evidently it takes long for Headmaster Gabora. But anyway, we are equipped with much more suitable clothes. That green uniform is what our knights will be wearing this year. To be honest, I've had my doubts about the color. But oddly enough, seeing you wear this uniform, I can't imagine a more fitting color for you. It's as though you were born to wear it. Yep, it's our standard adventure clothes from The Legend of Zelda, a tradition that has been carried on to this day. Take care on your journey, and be sure to stop by some of the shops at the bazaar here in town to equip yourself properly for the travels ahead. I will return to my quarters and see if I can glean more useful information from the ancient text. You are always welcome to stop by if you have questions. You and Zelda shall be in my prayers. May the goddess watch over and guide you both. Thank you, Headmaster. So, yeah. Hey everybody, it's RPG here, and welcome back to another episode of RPG Let's Play with The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on the Nintendo Wii. In today's episode, we are going to be making our way out of Skyloft, and we are going to go to the land below the surface, or the land that's below the clouds and into the surface. Yep, we will start there, and the first place we're going to go is within that green light that's in the sky, and we are going to be having ourselves some fun. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on with this episode that's already in progress, shall we? And as you can tell, we actually made it out of our room, and some of the people, like Fledge over there, are very fascinated by what we're wearing. Especially Fledge. That green uniform looks so adventurous. You look like a knight. You look like a knight now. The headmaster said you were heading out to look for Zelda. You're really something else. I could never imagine myself doing what you're about to do. I put a lot of work into making this. You should take it with you. What does he have for us? Ah, he's got the adventure pouch. So yeah, it's kind of similar to what the pouch from the Legend of Zelda cartoon is like. You can store all kinds of useful items in this handy piece of gear. Like that. It's an adventure pouch. It's for adventures. It's neat because you can fit 4 things in it that you'll need on your big journey. You can buy all kinds of stuff at the bazaar that you can put in this pouch. You should go look. You could buy some potions and a shield. They'd fit in the pouch, and they might come in handy on an adventure. Link, I just know you'll find Zelda for us. Thank you, Fledge. Try to go into Groose's room, and he's probably going to be ticked at us because we lost Zelda.
Poor Zelda. This is your fault, you know. You could barely fly straight, and yet somehow you beat me in the race. It should have been me up there with her that day, but I guess now I'll just have to be the one to save her.
Yeah, right. You can't even do anything. My gosh. Have a little backbone, would you, sir? Okay, so we need to go outside the academy, but there's actually something we can do right before we leave, and we actually do need to go outside of the academy, and we have to get into Zelda's room somehow. Let's talk to Pippet real quick. Hey, Link, you made it! Finally in the senior class. That outfit suits you. But now's hardly the time to celebrate, right? I can't believe Zelda has gone missing. You and Zelda are so close. I know you must be worried sick. I don't know. I just have this feeling she's alive and well somewhere. You've got to believe that, and wait for her to come home. Sometimes I think it's Sam Riegel actually playing the voice of Pippet. He's a famous voice actor who played many voices in many animes and video games. Like he played Flynn Scifo in Tales of Vesperia. He is actually a good voice for that character too. Okay, now what we want to do is we actually want to come back up here the way that Instructor Horwell has told us to come this way, because what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to go back to the top of the Knights Academy. By going to the top of the Knights Academy, you shall see what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so anyway, we made it to the top of the Knights Academy, but oh wait a minute, I don't think we can do this yet. Can we do it yet? No, we cannot. We actually need a weapon that will help us get up there, because what I was trying to do was we were going to try to go inside. We were going to go through the roof, and we would end up in Zelda's room if we went through that chimney. But evidently that is not the case, so we have to wait till we get a special item much later to where we can actually go in the roof from that position. So anyway, let's go here to the sparring hall. Let's go ahead and talk to our instructor over here. He should give us a shield.
Link, the headmaster told me about Zelda. Poor girl. I'm worried about her.
Now, I don't know all the details of what's going on here, but that sword you're carrying isn't from Skyloft. It's an ancient artifact that can only be carried by the Chosen One. And since you happen to be the one carrying it, I guess I can figure out a lot of the rest of this crazy story. I wish there was something else I could do for you, Link. Wait, maybe there is. Yes, get a shield and come back here. Then I'll be able to teach you the secrets of defense. It's the least I can do for you. I think the shield is in here. It might be, but yeah. He's gonna teach... Nope, it's not in here. So we'll actually have to go outside and see where we can find the shield. I think somebody will actually give the shield for us, instead of us having to buy it at the bazaar. But yeah, let's go ahead and head back outside and let's go grab ourselves a shield, because we can finally learn that one technique with that log that's hanging on the rope to where we can actually repel it with the shield. So anyway, I think we have to go to the side entrance of the Knights Academy, and I think he is going to help us. The other instructor. I heard the news, Link. Zelda's fallen down through the clouds, and you're going to look for her. Is that right? The headmaster told me there's land beneath the clouds. Do you know anything about that? So that's the famous sword. Ah, but it won't do you much good if you don't have a shield to protect yourself with. Here, take this with you. And he gives us a shield. And we got a wooden shield. This light wooden shield breaks easily and can burn, so be careful how you use it. So yeah, we're gonna have to be careful with that thing, because it's probably the weakest shield that we can get in the game. But anyway, the wooden shield is light and maneuverable, but it's the weakest of all the shields. Also, keep in mind that it's practically vulnerable to fire. If it breaks, you can buy a new one at the bazaar. To equip the shield, hold the minus button and point it with the Wii remote. If you're not sure how to use a shield, Knight Commander Aegis at the sparring hall will happily teach you. Well, of course he will. But anyway, let's go ahead and check it out. And this is what I meant by real-time selection of the items. You just press the minus or plus button, and you can select items from your pouch like this. This is what they mean by doing stuff in real time. So, yeah, everything is done in real time. You can't even do it off the menu screen like in other Zelda games. So, everything is there right for you, so that way they can keep your mind on the action. But anyway, let's have Knight Commander Aegis teach us this shield technique.
Impressive, Link. That's a nice shield you have there. Well then, it's time I taught you the art of defense. We'll start with the basic training. Give your nunchuck a shake to take your shield out. Simple stuff. I know, but you need to review the basics. To lower your shield, swing your sword with the Wii remote, or press A to put your sword and shield away entirely. Just be careful when you're trying to attack while on the defensive. Every time you swing your sword, you move your shield out of the way, lowering your guard. Why don't you try that first? Okay, sure. I think we have to do it right over here. We hit this, and then we thrust our nunchuck forward, and we should be able to hit the log that's trying to attack us. Very simple as that. And they really do make it easier after Miyamoto's failed attempt at E3 2010. Oh, ready to talk more about the secrets of defense? Practical stuff. Practical stuff? Okay. If you ready your shield before an enemy attacks you, the force from your shield arm will repel the enemy's attack. This technique is called a shield bash, and it will make the enemy recoil, giving you an opening in which to attack. This technique is very useful against enemies who throw weapons at you or just refuse to give you an opening for attack. In a real battle, putting off a defensive shield maneuver requires perfect timing. Believe me, you really don't want to miss. Why don't you put what you learned to use with that defense practice log? That's what I was doing. But anyway, yeah, we're done with training from this guy, and I think it's time for us to go make a trip to the bazaar.
So yeah, there's lots that we can do in this episode today. So anyway, we're gonna go to the bazaar now, where we can go and buy some items, and I think there are some things that we can actually buy while we are there, but we'll have to see. Okay, so let's go ahead and head to the plaza, but Fee's going to interrupt us.
Master, I have an update regarding the stone tablet and the resulting column of light it created. A column of light has appeared to the south of our location, and signs indicate that it has created an opening in the cloud barrier to the land below. I must also caution you that descending to the surface armed only with a sword would result in a decreased probability of survival. If you have not already done so, I advise you to purchase a shield and potions at the bazaar in preparation for your journey. Another subject to discuss, Master. Once you are accustomed to the controls, you are free to modify the on-screen interface. On the gear screen, select interface to change the on-screen display to suit your preferences.
Yeah, we really don't need to... Actually, we might as well go ahead and check it out. And we hit the down button if we want to center the Wiimote, so that way things can be simple. Anyway, we can actually set the interface to standard, light, pro, or just standard. I'm just going to set things to standard because everything will be safe the way things are, but there are different controls based on the interface of the controls, or whatever. Or I think it's interface of what the text and that kind of stuff does. But anyway, we go in the bazaar here. We can finally buy some items, as I said. And by going into the bazaar, I will say that there is a bunch of creepy characters here. Especially this guy, or this lady. This lady with a mustache.
What's this? What is that? What is it that my eyes behold? Oh, young man, what calamitous visions appear before me? You may choose not to believe, but my eyes foresee a hazardous, thorny road ahead of you. But I can foresee you what will befall you, for I am a fortune teller. Trust my piercing eyes. Listen to my pure and innocent voice. I will do you no harm. Gaze deeply into my eyes and come closer.
Might as well get our fortune read.
Gaze into my eyes, stare deeply into my eyes. These eyes see many things. Oh yes, these lovely round eyes can even see into the future. Allow me to tell your fortune, boy. Do you doubt these eyes? I look upon your shirt, boy, and I see a single thread loose on your sleeve stitching. Nothing can hide from these eyes. Normally, I see 10 rupees to tell a fortune, but this time I will charge but 1 rupee. So do you want me to tell your fortune? Do you dare discover what fate these eyes see? Only 1 rupee.
Might as well.
Yes! I knew it! Aha! What a treat! You are the first customer I've had in a while! Oh, I mean, I'm the best at what I do! And you can trust these glistening eyes! Very well. Let me see what I can see. Yes, your future. It's all coming into focus now!
She had an epiphany.
Aha! I see many things! All is revealed! Young man, are you about to head into a densely wooded area? Somewhere blanketed in green? Yes? Ah, my eyes, they see all! Trees, everywhere! Yes, many trees. It would serve you well to buy a wooden shield before you travel. I can see that you are a bit young and green yourself, so it couldn't hurt to take a heart potion with you. That's all I can see for the moment. My eyes, they grow weary. Come see me again if you should lose your way. Good luck, young man!
Thank you. We'll definitely need some luck. Anyway, we talked to this lady.
Hey, you there. Yes, you. The adorable boy with the golden hair. Welcome to the potion shop. You can drink our potions when you're injured to fill up your hearts. Hey, you're one of those knights, aren't you? Or one in training at least, Let me tell you, one look at you and I can tell you need my potions by the cauldron full. So don't try to slink away without stocking up. Oh dear. I forgot to ask if you have an empty bottle on you.
Just so you know, I can't sell you a potion if you don't have an empty bottle to pour it into. For some reason, I like you though, so I'll give you a spare empty bottle I've been keeping here in the stall. Oh, it's nothing. It's my little gift. You won't hear me say this often, but you can put other things besides potions in the empty bottle, so it's a useful thing to carry around. And we got an empty bottle, and we can fill it with all sorts of useful things. And yes, there are 4 empty bottles in this game, like all of the other Zelda games. Empty bottles fit in your adventure pouch. Press the minus button to take a look. If you ever get to the point where you can't fit any more stuff in your pouch because it's full, you can always drop items off the item check. So, what would you like to buy? We'll probably just take a heart potion with us. This mysterious elixir is known as Revitalizing Potion. Well, Revitalizing Potion, but yeah. Simply pour it on a broken shield, and in moments the shield will be as good as new. It's amazing! Not only that, but this multi-purpose mixture will even restore 4 hearts! How about some to take on your travels? It's only 30 rupees. Yeah, we will. And we're gonna use this potion, and we will have ourselves some Revitalizing Potion. You got some Revitalizing Potion. This potion replenishes your shield gauge and also restores 4 hearts. Thank you, sweetie! If you want a potion power-up, go see my husband at the end of the counter. He can mix something up for you. And that's her husband right there. Very weak, scrawny little fella in comparison to the big-boned lady right there. And there's this guy at this item shop, and there's this lady at the item check. And this guy can give us some upgrades to our stats and all that stuff. Well, specifically with our items. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we can actually find in the bazaar. And every time when we approach this goon, when he's trying to sell items to us, and when we leave away, he's going to have a frowny face and he's just going to walk away. But hey, we can't even buy everything at once, so we'll just have to leave him at that. Okay, so our next order of business is to actually go over to the deck where we have to go and get our loft wing. And I believe somebody else is going to actually give us something that we can actually use in our adventures. And I think it's just down this way. Yeah, it's this little kid right over here. Hey, look up there! It's Beetle's Air Shop! It's here! He sells bug nets there. I want one so bad! There's a bell hanging down from the shop. And I hear if you ring it, Beetle will stop for you and pick you up. But that bell is up off the ground. You'd have to launch something at it to have any hope of ringing it. So yes, the character Beetle from The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker actually returns in this game. Very interesting, but we can't meet him right away, so we're actually going to go to the surface now. Master, the column of light is visible from here. Why, yes it is, and it's not that far away from us, or not that far away from Skyloft. Dive off the ledge and call your locked wing from here. You can see the column of light. It is time for you to set out on your search for Zelda. You can call your locked wing with the down button after you dive off. Well, of course, we didn't even know that, but yeah. It's time for us to call our loft wing. And we're gonna fly in the sky again. So yeah, there's lots to do in the sky, but we're just actually gonna focus going towards the green pillar of light, which is just to the southwest of us. I think it's southwest. Yeah, it is. And it's not that far from here, like I said. But there will be enemies in the sky that we can actually take down if we did the charge attack and whatever. And Fee's gonna interrupt us again. Master Link, observe. The green pillar before you is a column of light. It marks the point at which you can descend to the surface. You can confirm your current location on the map. Please see where you are in relation to Skyloft. We're right over here. And, yeah. It appears that you will be able to reach the surface by passing through the portal in the clouds at the column's base. Well, yeah. Besides, we're getting close to the column of the clouds, of the surface of the base of the clouds, to where we can actually jump off. And we are going to jump off from here, and we are going to go down into the surface. So, yes, a big adventure in the surface awaits us. And we're going to go into the surface now. And this should be very fun. A first trip to the surface. And everything's so luscious green. And is Link going to be able to stop the fall? Hopefully. Better watch yourself, guys. Hurry! Get the sailcloth out! Yes, finally we got it out. And we have a safe descent. Very good. So we made it to the land below the clouds.
Master Link, we've arrived. This is the fabled surface that has long been part of Skyloft legend. By my calculations, you are currently positioned in a location known as the Sealed Grounds.
Yep, so this is the Sealed Grounds, the first location within the land below the clouds that we are visiting. And there is lots of stuff that we can do here, but anyway, we get an indication of where we are in the land below the clouds. And we're here at the Sealed Grounds, and the camera is zooming in on our current position. Like, we don't even know where we are, but for the most part, we know where we are.
Please proceed with caution, Master.
We will proceed with caution, but I really don't think that's going to be the case, because, well, we will, for the time being. And as you can tell, what I just did right there, I actually ricocheted that enemy off of my shield, and it got itself unconscious to where I can actually do, damage to it. So yeah, the enemy that we're going up against, that is a well, no, it's not a Deku Scrub, it's actually that plant that we saw in the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I forgot its name, but we'll find out what it is.
Master, I have information for you. I have the ability to offer information on items and creatures you target with Z. While targeting something with Z, press down, and I will brief you with all the information I know on the subject.
Okay, that's very good to know. Thanks, Navi. I mean, Fee.
Target lock, Deku Baba.
Yes, that's what it is.
This violent plant is widespread in wooded areas. It will attempt to bite anything that approaches it. Though it is covered in a tough outer husk, the inside of its mouth is soft. I have confirmed the existence of two varieties, those that open their mouths vertically and those that open them horizontally. You have defeated two of this enemy type. I am unable to analyze your battle performance rating with this opponent due to insufficient data.
Well, that's quite unfortunate. And I managed to slash him in both ways in the mouth. And sometimes when you defeat enemies, you can actually get some very unique pieces of junk or some type of materials that you can grab from enemies. And what we got is a jelly blob. It may look like a boring wad of gunk, but it's used to make all sorts of things. So yes, this type of item is used for item creation, and it's taken to our collection screen. So yeah, the type of stuff that we can actually get is based on item collection. And something that I forgot to mention, every time when you're using your Wiimote for quite long periods of time in this game, your sword will be out of alignment. Just wanted to let you know that right now. Okay, we made it here to this entrance to the Sealed Temple, I think. Yeah, that's what it's called. But Link is having a premonition about something. And there's some dark aura surrounding that pedestal at the bottom, but what could it be, I wonder? So mysterious, so dark. Why is it so dark? There's a black smoke from the bottom. And it's Audrey 2! The Dark Audrey 2! Feed me, Seymour! I'm going to take over your head! I don't give a crap if you have a headache. I want to be fed! And you can't even defeat me in your current state! Well, it was just all a premonition of what comes out of that seal or whatever. You shall see what it is once we get to it, but yeah, it's it's quite a lustrous thing, or not lustrous, it's quite a dark and ominous thing that we have come across here. And we are going to go down below, and we're going to check that out. But, you know, I think that is something we are probably going to have to do in the next episode. So anyway, guys, next time on Double RPG Let's Play with The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on the Nintendo Wii, we're going to resume where we left off, and we're going to check out that pedestal down below, and then hopefully that will give us entry inside of the Sealed Temple. So anyway, if you have not done so already, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the links in the description, and if you like what you saw, then be sure to rate this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave comments below to let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Anyway, gamers, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you on the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys then.